مشاهدينا الكرام، أرحب بكم في حلقة جديدة من حلقات سؤال جريء. هذه الحلقة عبارة عن اختبار أحد العابرين من الإسلام إلى المسيح، اسمه نبيل القريشي. كتب كتابا اسمه بحثت عن الله فوجدت المسيح أو وجدت يسوع. هذا الكتاب صدر حديثا ويتحدث عن تجربته في البحث عن الحق وإيجاد المسيح كمخلص لحياتي. مرحبا نبيل.
شكرا.
Nabeel, we are going to do it in English, but I really read the book and I was really touched by what you wrote.
Well, thank you very much. It's my personal journey, and I hope it blesses many by sharing the truth while also sharing it in love.
So, seeking Allah, finding Jesus, a devout Muslim's journey to Christ. What is it about?
Well, I use my testimony, my story, to basically explain three things for Westerners who don't know much about Islam. I want to have them understand Islam from the inside, from a Muslim growing up who fell in love with Islam, how I fell in love with Muhammad, what I believed about the Quran, from my own personal perspective. So that's the first part of the book. The middle part of the book, though, is when I began to realize that the case for Christianity is actually very strong. Right. The evidence is powerful. Right. And so the apologetics, the arguments, that's the middle third of the book. And that also includes an assessment of the foundations of Islam. And the last third of the book is my spiritual journey, the dreams and visions and struggles I had to go through to give up Islam.
You are from Pakistan originally.
My parents are from Pakistan, correct, and I was born and raised in the States.
And you were in a special branch of Islam by some, and some don't consider it as a branch of Islam, the Ahmadi movement or the Ahmadiyya. Can you tell us about the Ahmadiyya?
So the Ahmadi movement in Islam is a modern reformation from the 1800s. A man named Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, who claimed to be the Messiah, the promised Messiah, the second coming of Jesus, essentially, to reform Islam. But honestly, growing up, I never really focused as much on his works as much as the Quran and on the Hadith and the Seerah. And essentially, you read the Salat the same way, same 5 daily prayers. You read the Quran regularly. So it's essentially the same thing, except in what Mirza Ghulam Ahmad wrote. But like I said, it didn't make much of an impact at all in my personal life.
Did you look at yourself as a Muslim or as an Ahmadi?
We called ourselves Ahmadi Muslims. But I personally identified more strongly with Islam than just Ahmadiyyat.
So you pray with everybody, you go to in a mosque, there are no problems whatsoever?
Yes, in the United States, especially if you go to the mosque, yeah, there's no problems unless you make a big deal of it yourselves.